Okay, so I have a little homework assignment for us. Mainly myself, but if you want to join in, you're more than welcome to. Now, I loved school. I was just one of those kids that enjoyed learning. I didn't have a problem with doing homework, okay? And quite often, yes, my friends would just come to me and be like, listen, you got to help us out. I was there for them. And in college, that's how I got a lot of free food. Like, you need help in statistics? I got you. Listen, I would love like a 10-piece with fries and a Jones soda on the side. That's how they, acquired my tutoring skills in college for undergrad. And you know what? Still paying down those student loans. It's not a fun process, but we're here and we're working through it. And the other thing I'm working through in 2024, if you guys are either new to the channel or you've just been tuning in, I really appreciate you. If you have been, clearing out this closet. Now, this isn't like I'm getting rid of everything. I've certainly seen those videos. That's not what I'm in the process of doing, but there's been a lot of, introspection. I've looked back on a lot of the choices I made, right, from 2020 to 2023 in buying shoes. 2023 actually wasn't bad, but 2020 leading up to 2023, a mess. A mess is all I can say, okay? I'm not really sure what went through okay, actually, I do know what went through my mind, and start to look at how you saw things in your childhood versus like right now as an adult. And I understand for a lot of us, we will buy a pair because we couldn't get it when we were younger, our parents wouldn't get it for us then. But as an adult, you understand now with responsibilities and accountability to current you and future you, why your parents very likely didn't buy you the pair that you wanted, right? Back then, that much for one sneaker, they had other things they had to take care of, right? And they may have also just been instilling in you the reality that you can't have everything that you want. I know that was something my mom instilled in me, but when you become an adult, you really do feel like I have free will to do what I want to do because I'm able to, and that can get you in a lot of trouble. It certainly has gotten me into some trouble, not like financially or anything, just the fact that I have so many pairs and like you get around to wearing them maybe once a year sometimes, and it's like, is it worth keeping it then in the collection? So that's the process I'm in right now. As so far when I'm filming this video, I think I've sold 4 pairs, 3 online, 1 in person to a local shop here. And then I've given away some pairs. I'll continue to do a mix of the two. My patience is running low though. So if people are not taking the deals when I'm posting them on my Instagram stories at talks.with.tj, I'm talking like 120 and 110 for collaborations and barely worn retros, then I will end up just probably selling them locally. It just is what it is. But for this homework assignment, okay, stick with me here. This is going to be based on how many pairs you may have in your closet, right? And again, there are pairs that like I don't get around to wearing a lot. I'm trying to do that more. So today I threw on the KD8, right? The Aunt Pearl. And I know like I'll probably try to get this out All-Star Weekend. So if you're going for that KD4, I'm wishing you the best of luck. But homework assignment. I'm going to try to make a list, right? Of all the sneakers I have, 150, if I was capped at that, like somebody offered me an amount of money and they're like, you can only keep the 150 pairs, which 150 would I list? And I could not go above that. That is the first part of my homework assignment. The second part I'm going to task myself with, drop that down to 100. And just looking at the 150 list, anything that doesn't make that list, do you know what that means? It's really a sign that I could just do without it. I would, because I'm putting those stipulations on myself. Like someone's gonna give, you know what? I'll keep in my mind when I'm doing this homework assignment. Your student loans will be paid off in full, which my goal is to do that anyway, right? But paid off immediately right now. If you can list 150 pairs in your collection that you would keep, everything else you would just have to go ahead and give away. Could I do that? I think I could. So I'm gonna work on this list, chop it down also to 100. And then I'd be interested to see what would be like the 50 even that I would keep. Now, I'm not necessarily trying to go down to just 50 pairs. One of my great friends from high school messaged me and he was like, how many do you have? I'm like, a lot. Just don't even worry about it. And he's like, I remember when 50 used to be like the thing. Now, we're way past 50. Like, I have friends that have way more than 50. I have certainly amassed more than I ever thought I would in footwear and in clothing, and some of that is just based on like the blessings of connections, and you're buying pairs, but you're also seeded pairs. I will never be ungrateful for that, but again, it is a hard balance that you're trying to keep. I'm just at that point where enough is enough, and so I am doing the work that needs to be done now, hopefully all within this year, so it's not a continued process. It's more just tweaking the different pairs that I have, right? Doing the work. And now that's the homework. So if you have more than 150 pairs, make a list of the 150 you would keep if somebody said they would give you a certain amount of money that would prompt you to do this deal in a heartbeat, and then chop that down to even 100 just to see, because we think we love these pairs so much, but if we were forced to choose, we would have those pairs that make the cutoff. And there would be pairs, I don't care how much you say you love them, this is talking to myself too, they wouldn't make that cutoff, all right? So that is the homework assignment. Your other homework assignment, because if you would like to support your girl, go ahead and watch how I style my current 2019 Air Jordan 4 Bred. Now, I know the Reimagined, it dropped this weekend. I know some of you had a terrible experience in the Finish Line Q and JD Sports, and I don't even open their app anymore because it doesn't work for me. Neither does the Flex app. Really, none of these apps work that well for me, okay? Like Foot Locker and Finish Line, they don't work well for me. Even when I go to open them just for shits and giggles to see what's up, it still doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. So I am wishing you all the best for any pair that you really wanted this All-Star weekend. I'm just excited to enjoy the activities, the events, watch Steph and Sabrina go head-to-head. That's what I'm excited about right now. You got your homework assignment, 150 pairs, also chopping it down to 100 for your list, and then watch how I choose to style the Bred 4, maybe give you some ideas of what's already in your closet for the new pair you may be picking up or the pair you already have. I also angered quite a few sneakerheads on Instagram saying that you will survive if you don't get the Bred 4 Reimagined for retail, and you will survive. And if you think you won't, then it's okay. But then also, I'm moving away from paying $200 for sneakers this year. You can catch that video too. Link is in the description box for all of that. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Good luck on your homework assignment. Peace.